Good evening, friends. Ever since the month of March this year, the nation has been gripped with the pandemic of corona. All economic activity, in fact, all activities had come to a virtual standstill for about 3 months before the government eased the lockdown in the month of July. This affected every sector of our economy. It also affected the cooperation sector, in which the cooperative housing societies fall. And in the past 6 months, the cooperation sector also is trying to find out a way as to how societies can function their day-to-day functioning with a little bit of normalcy, and how the government also can help the cooperative sector to cope up with this pandemic, the cooperative societies to cope up with this pandemic. Friends, in the last 4 months, the government has issued 4 major directives. They have taken 4 major decisions as far as the cooperation sector goes. And today we will be talking about those directives, those decisions. आज हम बात करेंगे गत 4 महीने में सरकार ने कोऑपरेशन सेक्टर के लिए, सहकार क्षेत्र के लिए 4 जो बड़े निर्णय लिए हैं उसके बारे में. पहला निर्णय जो है, द फर्स्ट डिसीजन इज टू रिड्यूस TDS. The second decision was to allow Zoom meetings through video conferencing for managing committees of cooperative housing societies. The third major decision which the government has taken was to reduce the stamp duty. And the fourth decision was to postpone the elections and certain mandatory dates by which the society had to file the returns. We will look at all these things one by one. Friends, the tax deducted at source, which is called TDS, has been reduced for non-salaried people by the government by almost 25%, effective from 15th May 2020 up to 31st March 2021. This has been done under section 193 and 194 of the Income Tax Act, and the entire government circular has been given in the presentation which will follow my talk. I will just point out the salient features of a few items which are there in the presentation. Interest on securities and dividend. The TDS, which was normally cut at the rate of 10%, has been reduced to 7.5%. Payments made to contractors and subcontractors, TDS, which was cut by 1%, has been reduced to 0.75%. TDS cut on insurance commissions and life insurance policy payments, which was 5%, has been reduced to 3.75%, and TDS, which was cut on brokerage, also has been reduced from 5% to 3.75%. Other items are given in the presentation which will follow my talk. The second most important decision taken was to allow Zoom meetings through video conferencing for the managing committee members. This was allowed, or this was done so that people don't come together too close at a particular place. Social distancing is mentioned, and yet the society, office bearers and the managing committee members can interact amongst themselves and take decisions for day-to-day activities for which the society needs immediate decisions. One more thing, the government has allowed notifications to be sent to each other or to members of the society through WhatsApp. This will continue as long as the pandemic is there. So this is one major decision which facilitates the managing committee member to hold managing committee meetings or other important meetings amongst themselves through video conferencing. The third important decision was the reduction in stamp duty, which I have already covered in my earlier talk. But to give you a gist or to cover the gist of it, the stamp duty has been reduced by 3% with effect from 1st September 2020 up to 31st December 2020 and by 2% with effect from 1st January 2021 up to 31st March 2021. The government expects that this reduction will give a relief to the reality sector and encourage demand, which has slackened considerably over the past 1 year for various reasons. Another important decision which we are looking at today is the postponement of elections to the managing committees whose term has expired. The government gave 3 extensions this year. First from March to June, then from June to September, and now from September to March 2021. Societies whose terms has expired and societies with a strength of below less than 250 members whose terms of the managing committee has expired will continue to remain in office till the election is held, and the latest extension has been given up to March 31st, 2021. Government expects that the new managing committee elections will be taken before March 31st, 2021. But till then, the existing managing committees for societies whose strength of members is below 250 will continue in office. For societies whose strength is above 250 members, no notification has come out from the government so far. So it is expected that like societies whose strength is below 250 members, the managing committees whose term has expired, for societies having more than 250 members, they also will continue till 31st March 2021, by which time the fresh elections will be held and a new managing committee will or can be in place. The government has given a relief to all cooperative housing societies to complete their statutory audit by 31st December 2020 against the existing date of July 31st. So they have given an extension of 5 months for all the societies to complete their statutory audits. And the AGM, which is normally to be held by 30th September, they have been given an extension till the March 31st, 2021 to hold their annual general meetings. So these are 4 very important decisions taken by the government to provide relief to the cooperative housing societies and the cooperation sector in general. So much for now. Thank you very much.